Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to TSAN After Dark, here on the Spoiler Alert Network. I am DM Brad, and tonight we're going to be discussing Polybius. Polybius is an urban legend, or is it? The legend tells of a lost arcade video game. In 1981, a new video game appeared in arcades around the Portland, Oregon area. This game was housed in a simple black cabinet with the word Polybius in bright, bubbly letters at the top of the cabinet. The actual gameplay was said to be psychoactive, abstract, addictive, and most of all, dangerous. The highly addictive game caused children to form lines around the cabinet, and they would even fight each other for their turn at the machine. However, after a few weeks, reports claimed that players would supposedly suffer from seizures, amnesia, insomnia, night terrors, and hallucinations. Some of the players were said to have gone insane. Some took their own lives, and after a few weeks, the arcade machines vanished without a trace. There's a claim that the machines were visited by men in black, who collected data from the machines and eventually removed them from all the arcades. The game was suspected to be an experiment to test responses to the game's psychoactive stimuli. This led many to believe that Polybius was connected to the CIA's mind control program, mkultra. The game was supposedly published by a company called Sinneslöschen, a German idiom meaning sense delete or sensory deprivation. However, there is no evidence that the game or even the publisher itself even existed, and so it was deemed an urban legend or a deliberate hoax. People claiming to have remembered seeing the Polybius arcade machine may be misremembering it and mistaking it for actual titles such as Cube Quest or Tempest. Being that the Polybius machines mysteriously vanished and no Polybius cabinets have ever been found, all evidence points to it being an elaborate hoax. However, the story of Polybius may be rooted in real-world events. For example, in a Portland arcade in 1981, 2 players fell ill on the same day. Teenage Portland resident Michael Lopez developed a migraine after playing Tempest and left the arcade. He was found unconscious in a stranger's yard after blacking out. Another report came during an attempt to break the asteroids world record at the same arcade where Lopez became ill. Another Portland teen had been playing for 28 hours until suffering from stomach pain. 10 days after, the FBI raided several Portland arcades in the area. The FBI agents had been monitoring arcade cabinets for evidence of tampering and recording the high scores for possible witnesses. And the FBI during this time made 52 arrests in Portland arcades. The investigation found that some arcade owners had illegally converted certain video games into gambling machines. Polybius could also have roots in the fact that the United States military had modified several video games to train soldiers. In the early 1980s, the military had commissioned Atari to modify the tank combat game known as Battlezone into a tank training simulator. And in the late 1990s, just before Polybius rumors began to spread, the military also had the game Doom 2 modified into a virtual training program for Marines. Did the game actually exist or not? It's hard to say, but Ripley's Believe It or Not once called Polybius the most dangerous video game to never exist. Portland historian Joe Streckert says of the game, "What H.P. Lovecraft's Necronomicon is for books, Polybius is for video games." The game of Polybius has since cameoed in music, television, and films. It is featured as a main attraction in the Nine Inch Nails music video for the song Less Than. It also has cameoed in many TV series, such as The Goldbergs, The Simpsons, and more recently, the Loki TV show. Perhaps most ironically, Polybius shares its name with the classical Greek historian Polybius, who was born in Arcadia. He was known to assert that historians should never report what they cannot verify through interviews with eyewitnesses. Though the story is very intriguing and interesting, it raises many questions. It's most undoubtedly just a myth or an urban legend. Or is it? Maybe we're not meant to know, and maybe we never will. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Until next time, we'll see you here after dark.